Welcome to the deep dive. We take compelling sources and really try to unpack them for you.
Give you that surprising clarity.
Exactly. And today we're digging into something that honestly often gets underestimated in the digital world, the strategic power of blogging. We're looking specifically at how it applies to businesses like, say, home care agencies.
Right, a lot of people see blogging as just, well, another task on the list, right? A content treadmill.
Yeah, just churning stuff out. But our sources today, they show something different, a kind of hidden superpower.
Almost counterintuitive in some way.
Totally. Which brings us to our big question for this deep dive. Why even bother with blogging? And maybe even weirder, why write about things you don't actually offer?
It's a great question. And it's true, a surprising number of businesses, they sort of miss the nuances here. They don't see the full picture of a well-crafted content strategy.
So we're cutting through that noise today.
That's the plan. We want to reveal blogging's real power, how it can turn a kind of passive online presence into something active, something that actually generates leads.
Okay.
And it's about building trust, not through, constant sales pitches, but by offering genuine, helpful expertise. So yeah, we'll unpack how this really drives visibility, builds that crucial trust, and ultimately gets you qualified leads.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Because the sources we looked at, they're really clear. For businesses in tough markets like home care, blogging isn't just some extra.
No, definitely not.
They call it a key driver. Visibility, credibility, leads. It sounds pretty fundamental.
It really is. Like in today's world, just having a nice looking website, it's not enough.
Right, people have to find you.
Exactly. You need to be found. And more than that, found by the right people, the ones actively searching for the solutions you provide right when they need them.
And blogging is the key to that.
It's absolutely essential there. Think about it like this. Every single blog post, it's like a strategically placed beacon, another chance for an agency to pop up in Google when someone local searches for care.
So better SEO, search engine optimization.
Precisely. It directly improves that search engine visibility. And more high-quality content naturally leads to more clicks, more website traffic.
Okay.
But maybe even more critically, when someone finds a genuinely helpful educational article on your site, they start seeing your agency differently.
As more than just a business.
As a trusted resource, you're educating them, building that trust before they even think about picking up the phone.
Okay, so the blog acts like this magnet, pulling people in from search engines, building trust. But you mentioned its influence goes beyond just the website itself.
Absolutely. The content doesn't just sit there. Smart agencies repurpose those blog posts.
How so?
Well, think email newsletters. It's a great way to stay connected with people who maybe aren't quite ready to make a decision yet.
Keeps the agency top of mind, like the sources said.
Exactly, for when their need becomes more urgent. And then there's social media, sharing those helpful articles, insights. It really boosts the agency's local reputation.
Positions them as knowledgeable leaders in the community.
Right. Not just a service provider, but an active, helpful part of the community fabric.
In connecting this back to the day-to-day business, it sounds like this content can actually help the people fielding calls and inquiries.
Oh, absolutely. It directly supports the sales process, or rather the intake process in home care.
How does that work?
Well, your intake team, the ones talking to families, they can use these blog posts. They become valuable follow-up materials.
Oh, okay.
So they can nurture leads, send links to articles that answer common questions, explain complex care options. It helps educate and sort of pre-qualify people even before a longer conversation.
Right. Makes the whole process smoother.
Okay.
But then the sources get into this strategy that, at first glance, it just feels wrong, counterintuitive. Why would a home care agency, one that focuses on non-medical personal care, write blog posts about, say, home health nursing or physical therapy or hospice care, services they don't even offer?
It's a very common question. Agency owners ask this all the time, according to our sources.
Yeah, I bet. It seems like you'd just confuse potential clients, wouldn't you? Send them down the wrong path.
It seems that way. And it's a valid concern, a really brilliant question, actually, because the answer, as the sources lay out, it's deeply rooted in how people search for care and how Google ranks websites.
Okay. Tell me more. How does writing about stuff you don't do help with search in Google?
Well, think about the family searching. The reality is many of them don't know the precise difference between non-medical home care, home health, hospice. They just know mom or dad needs help.
They're just typing help for seniors at home or something like that.
Exactly. So by writing about these related topics, your website actually educates them. It helps them understand the whole spectrum of options available.
Ah, so the articles clarify the differences.
Precisely. They explain what home health is, what hospice is, what non-medical care is. And crucially, they guide the reader towards the right solution for their specific need, which very often points them back to the value of the non-medical care the agency does provide.
Okay, I see the educational angle. But how does that help with Google specifically? Won't Google get confused and think the agency offers physical therapy if they write about it?
That's where it gets interesting. Google's algorithms have gotten much smarter. They focus on something called topical authority.
Topical authority, meaning
Meaning, if you write comprehensively and accurately about a broad field like elder care options or types of senior assistance, Google starts to see your entire website as a genuine expert in that whole area.
not just in the one narrow service you offer.
Exactly. It boosts your credibility, your ranking across all related searches, even for your core non-medical services. It shows you have holistic knowledge.
So it's not just self-promotion, it's demonstrating real expertise.
Right. So someone might search for, say, home health care. They land on your article explaining it. They read it and realize, oh, wait, that's skilled nursing. What I actually need is help with meals and bathing. And who wrote the helpful article?
Your agency.
Your agency. And now they know you offer exactly what they need. It positions you as that truly helpful resource, builds trust, and practically speaking, it gives the agency content to share.
Right, so if someone calls asking for skilled nursing.
The Intake team can say, we don't provide that directly, but we have a really helpful article on our website that explains the differences and might help you figure out the next step. It's useful.
Okay. The sources had this great analogy. It really clicked for me.
The truck and the RV.
Yeah. Imagine a company that only sells pickup trucks. Why would they write a blog post about the top 10 RVs for family travel? They don't sell RVs.
Right. Seems odd.
But what do a lot of those big RVs need?
A sturdy truck to pull them?
Exactly. So someone researching RVs finds the article, gets excited about buying one, and then thinks, oh, wait, I need a truck for this.
Yeah.
And guess who's top of mind? Because they provided that helpful RV info.
The truck company. Brilliant.
It's the same strategy, right? That's what the sources say we do in home care marketing.
It's precisely the same logic. By writing about those broader care topics, home health, hospice, whatever it might be, we attract families who are just starting their search. They have a general need. Maybe they're confused about the terms.
They might think they need an RV.
They might, but they read your blog, they learn about the different types of care, about what you offer, and they discover what they really need is your truck, the non-medical home care.
And that's where the agency comes in.
That's where you connect. So yeah, you might not sell RVs, but the whole point is making sure your ideal customer, the one who needs your truck, finds you through that helpful, broader content.
So what does this all mean then, wrapping it up? It really hits home that blogging isn't just, content for content's sake.
Definitely not. It's strategic.
Yeah, it's a serious marketing tool.
Well,
It boosts visibility, it builds that deep trust, and it helps potential clients feel like really confident and informed when they choose an agency. Like guiding them expertly to what they actually need. Sometimes maybe even before they fully realize it themselves.
that's a good way to put it. And connecting it to the bigger picture, writing about these broader topics, even stuff you don't directly offer. It's a deliberate, pretty sophisticated strategy.
It's not accidental.
Not at all. It's designed first to educate families properly. Second, to strengthen the agency's online presence, making them look like a true authority. And third, ultimately, to drive more qualified leads, people who actually understand what they need and what the agency provides.
It acknowledges that people don't always search perfectly the first time.
Exactly. It meets them where they are in their information-seeking journey.
So, maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As you're browsing online, think about this. How many of those seemingly simple articles or blog posts you read are actually these carefully constructed strategic puzzles?
Yeah.
Designed maybe to gently guide you toward exactly what you need, even if you started your search looking for something else entirely.
It makes you think differently about the information you consume, doesn't it? Recognizing that sometimes the real value comes from understanding the whole picture, the full spectrum of options, even the ones a single company doesn't offer directly. That understanding, that's empowering for making better decisions.